Hi, everybody.
Oh.
Hello. Okay, we gotta do the thing. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna make sure that we don't. We're gonna make sure that we don't die.
Hi, Riddles.
Yeah. This is just gonna be exposition, and no one's gonna get murdered.
Wait,
Obviously. Oh God, I forgot about this guy.
that's right. We have to talk to microphone.
Oh yes, the microphone. You gotta make sure that you can hear my baby.
Hi.
You hear my
Can
baby.
you hear me?
We actually did not have that much food from our normal place this time around because when we had the other food that you saw on Discord, the little burger that we had, and we ate a lot of it, and it was very, very substantial. So when we went to actually get our normal food, we didn't get as much of it. So anyway,
It's delicious.
so I think we have to talk to these motherfuckers.
God.
All right,
Okay.
great.
So I am guessing that it's going to be the pawnbroker guy who gets murdered.
I kind of
But
okay.
it could be the dandy.
So, not to sound cruel or anything, but I hope so. I
Yeah.
don't really want to deal with him as a character the whole
Yeah.
game.
Like, the dandy guy would be more entertaining to deal with for the rest of this freaking case.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see, like, the pawnbroker guy gets murdered and the dandy's accused, and we have to protect him. But he could also be a witness. It could be that Ace of Cards guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Also, Riddles. I saw a tweet earlier today of somebody, like an Ace Attorney artist that I follow on Twitter, who just started playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and they were like, "Oh, I'm just about to finish up the tutorial case, and we're gonna start on case 2. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to see more of our Katana boyfriend." And then the very next tweet was, "This sucks. This fucking sucks.
Yes.
Fuck this. This is so messed up." I'm like,
Yeah, we've been there.
Yep. Been there. I did hashtag relatable. Cool beans.
Okay, I have another theory on what's gonna happen.
Cool.
Pawnbroker guy's gonna die, and and Miss Lestrade is gonna get accused of killing him. We have to
Probably.
defend her.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun. All right, let's talk to this guy.
Right, his name is Benedict. I
Mm,
forgot something.
it did so. Go in the best possible, most hurtful way. Exactly. Did you see the first case? Because, God, he was so handsome. He was so very, very handsome. Look at those piercing eyes. He's so beautiful. Sorry, he's clearly in no mood to talk. He didn't even meet Kazuma and I was heartbroken. He's so handsome and he's so sweet. And like all of the flashbacks you see of him, he's just so sweet and so nice. And that's exactly what he was like when he was alive. He's just so fucking sweet and so fucking nice. He's just so good.
Cosma!
What a good boy.
Cosma!
We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Oh.
Do we? Okay. Why? Because she had his disc or something?
Yeah, I guess. Mr. Winterbank is clearly at a loss here. I have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That guy had the shtick of like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Right. Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at the mysterious gentleman. We need to do something.
We need to do something. Something we
Yeah,
need to do.
okay, I gotta talk to Herlock. Mr. Sholmes? Sir? What are you examining with such keen interest there?
Pornography.
As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see.
As one does. Oh. Whoa.
What are you? He's this sad.
It's his back. We've seen his back like that before.
Just in his
Just
his handsome outfit.
So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo.
You've been here
I've been
the
sleeping
whole
with
time.
You.
Sorry?
What? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows.
Are you sad that I was paying attention to someone other than you?
You left me alone. Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship.
Aw, he's sad that we left him out.
Piffle. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed. He's totally looking at pornography. Too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Pretended, mind you. It's not my fault that that tentacle porn showed up in this location that I came across. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel from my MLM. Buy 2 and then recruit more people to buy 2. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I guess they just waited till this case to show us the depressive side of his manic depressive personality. He's really
It's like, you didn't pay attention to me for 5 minutes and now I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna chew on this chocolate like a poorly trained dog.
Seriously.
I have attachment issues. If you don't look at me for more than 5 minutes, I melt.
Great. Oh, seriously? Serious? Were you fucking serious with this? Are you serious with this?
Oh my god. Do I have to put you in a kennel?
I was so lonely. So desperately lonely. For 5 minutes.
Why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know.
Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. The one you're having without me. And my craving for human contact. My ears devoured every word that was uttered.
Fucking can't believe you.
Oh, man.
You really were sad, weren't you? He feels bad. He
You
feels bad.
don't go there.
Don't feed the dog. Come
Oh,
on.
God.
He's fine. Come on, you guys!
Poor Mr. Sholmes. I feel simply awful for you, just heartbroken by your heart-rendering tale of exclusion. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh? Surely you're not about to tell us you've actually like to do something. You've solved the entire case once again, haven't you? It's dancing time. I like how Lestrade is in the background just being like, oh, what the fuck are these two talking about? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genes for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for?
You don't get paid for this?
Iris is like, how do you think we're paying rent, Hurley?
Mr. Sholmes, do you not pay for this? Mr. Sholmes, do you have a job?
Mm-hmm.
Do you just do this because you're bored? Are you okay?
What is a job? Seems so pedestrian.
Hi, how are you doing? It's been a second. Hi.
Hi.
Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. Who knows if it will help him resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and this mysterious
Who
gentleman.
knows?
Who knows? Who knows? It appears that he's had an inspiration. Who knows if it's useful? Fuck this guy.
Nobody knows.
What's the right thing to do here?
Wait, that's... Oh my god.
Okay, straight
That's
up.
just fucking funny. That's fucking
Straight
funny.
up. Hold on.
Yeah, just say yes.
I wanna fucking
seriously,
just leave him
just say,
alone.
leave it alone. Yeah, just see what happens.
It'd be like, all right,
It's fucking
never mind.
great. Never mind.
I want to see him pout
Yes,
over
I
it.
wanna see him be sad.
I want him to
Leave
whimper.
it.
I
Leave
want
it.
him to suffer. Bye. I don't know. Mr. Sholmes starts on one of his wild, rambling deductions now.
Never get out of this goddamn pawn shop.
Could just fan the flames of this argument. I think it would be sensible to try something else.
Mr. Naruhodo, what are you saying?
I was thinking it, actually. What did we say about mind reading? Not allowed.
Just a little bit. The great detective has made one of his great deductions. I'm bored as shit here. Please, He's sure to cut straight to
You've
the
lived
heart
with
of
him
the
for 2 months. You know how this. Oh my God, T-Chef, that is 10 months. That's a lot of months.
Yay, T-Chef!
Oh my gosh! Thank you
Yay.
so much. You're so amazing.
Yay, yay, yay.
That's what I'm worried about. We don't need any more cuts around here. Thank you for the drink. Do you have a drink, sweetie?
I do have a drink.
Oh, fantastic. Great.
Having a drink.
I just didn't see a cup, and then I saw your water bottle.
An entire bottle.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to close the bottle. Dear me, you seem decidedly agitated.
I just wanted you to be sad again.
Clearly, I shall have to take the reins.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
he's gonna make you do it anyway.
Oh, Riddles,
There's no
please
real-
tell me.
Oh boy.
I wanted him to be
Yes.
sad, and then Susato be like, he's sad again now. Why did you do that?
Mhm.
But it didn't work out that way.
Before I take the reins, we must hear an embarrassing story from Riddle's day.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that first, Mr. Sholmes.
Looks like we're gonna hear this deduction whether I like it or not.
Oh God, Susato. Just
Oh.
wouldn't let us get away with that.
I love our characterization of Ryunosuke, who's
Yes.
absolutely tired of his shit. He's like, all right, nah, I don't know about this one, my
Okay.
friends.
Mhm. Oh boy. Here we go. We're gonna do the whole thing.
Mhm.
Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Well, what places you been, eh?
Being lonely and sad.
Being lonely and sad. I mean, pardon? Well, ladies in trouble, true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not all later.
An hour.
Hour later.
Yeah. Harsh.
She beat him to the ground.
Woo, beat him up.
Oh boy.
Oh God. I'm prepared to be this guy.
Just imagine he actually does this. Ooh.
And who, pray tell, are you?
The gesturing. Oh my God! There's too much gay in one screen here. Look at this. Look at that right there.
Mhm.
Imagine just like putting Miles right in the middle.
Or I was gonna say
Max Galactica. Gayer.
Van Zeeks.
Van Zeeks.
You know, the gayest
in the actual game. Yes. in the
Right.
actual game.
with his wine glass.
Yes.
Mm.
Or actually like standing in the background by all the china
Mhm.
and just being like watching them
With
the
his leg
wine
up on
glass
the-
and his leg up on the china, like what are these two gonna do? Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have in my eyes a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. If you couldn't tell, this is my attempt to flirt with you in front of my sort of boyfriend to make him jealous because he ignored me for 5 whole minutes.
All right, let's
Oh boy,
see.
story time.
All right, so I was visiting my crush at work because she gets lonely on her 1 hour break while her colleagues are go home or something, and I took the bus because I couldn't drive, and on my way home I sat down on the bench and ripped my pants. Oh
No!
That's terrible.
No.
I have had that happen before. I have actually the was not embarrassing, but definitely annoying. You know this story because I probably told it to you a few times, but when it was my birthday, and I was at a restaurant with my dad and my sister. And I reached up to adjust my glasses because I grabbed like the sides of my glasses when I adjust them, like right on the hinge. And the fucking hinge I touch it and it just fucking
Yes.
it breaks like immediately. It's like I dissolved the screw and it just fucking breaks. And I'm like, and it wasn't even the screw, it actually just snapped. And I was like, okay, guess I don't get glasses today. And so I had to just and this was at the beginning of the meal, so I had to take off my glasses and put them aside, and I couldn't drive because my glasses were broke. Actually, no, I didn't. It wasn't. What I ended up doing was actually I taped them up with packing tape. like, I took packing tape and I wrapped it around my glasses until I could get a new one, and it was just so fucking sad. Anyway.
Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn, both of which will turn out to be completely bullshit, but I'm going to drag you all through it anyway, because I'm lonely.
Fantastic. We'll love to see it. I beg your pardon.
The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed.
Oh good, we're gonna twirl around in this place, aren't we?
Twirly twirl. Twirl with me.
There was not any pressure on the glasses. Like, at most, I usually just, like, use my thumb to lift them just a little bit. Like, I don't even always fully put, like, both fingers on it. So, like, just to adjust my glasses, and the thing just fucking, it just fell apart. To be fair, those glasses I had been wearing for, like, 10 years. So, they were pretty fragile at that point. But still, it should not have broken like that. It's not like they were made out of plastic or anything. They were metal. But it's just like they just gave up. I'm like, okay. Anyway.
You mad?
Exclamation mark.
And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions?
He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg, which he already kind of was.
It would seem that, once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a false deduction, or maybe this guy's just too stupid to not hide his criminality from a rando who shows up in the pawn shop.
Right? So who do you think you are, sir?
Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. They look like they're doing some kind of, like, I don't know, really bad TikTok here.
Or like, yeah, like, they're about to engage in a rap battle?
Yes. He's got indigestion. So, shall we begin? Oh boy.
His knees weak, palms are sweaty. Anyway.
The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes Logic and Reasoning Spectacular!
Will you spin with me?
Spin with me, my
Inosuke.
Naruhodo-san, friend.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord. Mystery Man's name. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocketeer, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street.
You okay, Herlock?
I'm perfectly fine, but that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different.
Why do you have that in your hand?
As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. That almost looks like Cyrillic, but not quite. What brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. You're looking for a part-time job.
You're obviously very poor.
We're doing the whole Uber carriage thing.
He's got something written on the back, I guarantee it.
The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. Alright, he's not as dumb as we thought he could be.
Right.
In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your action.
Exclamation.
Dukin's gonna be like, the ulterior motive is, glances behind the paper, written on the back of this piece of paper.
Right, it says, I want to commit a murder, smiley face.
The cane which you unwittingly clutched to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction.
It's a sword. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. No, he fucking hasn't.
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferule. Now we gotta look that up. Ferule.
It's obviously actually the fucking initials that are carved into the fucking thing that are AG and not his name.
A ring or cap, typically a metal one, which strengthens the end of a handle, stick, or tube and prevents it from splitting or wearing. So it's literally the exact thing that would be on the end of a cane.
Mm-hmm.
The ferule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. You think he's supposed to be like a steampunk weirdo with some kind of bare
I know,
glasses?
because I love bare tips.
I like to look at tips all the time.
Naruhodo-san, tell them about it. Excuse me?
Excuse me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Naruhodo-san?
Nothing. You're a minor.
Therefore, there's only one conclusion. You put that where the sun don't shine. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane,
Is actually a sex toy.
is in fact no cane at all.
It's a sword.
Because we're in front of a minor, I won't refer to which cane it would actually be underneath the teeth. You recoil, sir? Is something wrong?
I've
Never had anyone look at my tip so closely. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the
Thank you,
truth
Chef.
behind this rod you bear? What is the truth?
Stop looking at his rod, Herlock. Thank you for the
Well,
sit-up.
apparently, for 5 whole minutes, you weren't interested in mine, so...
Look. Not my fault.
Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused.
Herlock, stop
I
flirting with
was
the dandy.
Aroused by the tip of his rod, because apparently no one else cared if I was involved in the conversation. So what was I going to do but stare? What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. Susato-san, close your ears. That rod is the broken handle of a shovel.
What?
You were digging a grave, you see. You murdered someone and you were digging a grave for him.
Are you insane?
As a matter of fact, I am, but having determined this undeniable truth, the point here is that the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here is to get another shovel. Was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. Sholmes.
Good job, Herlock.
Sholmes.
You did it. You did. It's a good one. That's a really good one.
Probably not a good thing to be close to a Sholmes deduction. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. It'd be just criminal to use that rod for anything else. Just criminal.
A calculated crime.
Crime! A calculated crime!
Also, you wouldn't be wrong in... Okay, it's not great to be close to a Sholmes deduction. However, if you are being like, I want to think of the most off-the-wall thing...
Indeed. Point.
To
yes.
be, to predict what Sholmes might think it is.
That is actually a very good Ace Attorney mindset.
Yes, then you've done a very good job. If you
Yes.
actually thought it was a hammer, maybe re-examine yourself. Why?
Why, you fucking idiot? Why?
Oh no, okay, we're gonna talk about something else now.
Gonna go moving right along. Okay. I actually have managed to get something in both of my eyes. So I just need a brief moment to wipe my eyes out.
Oh, you were Sholmesing it. Okay, that's good.
I got whatever in my tear ducts here.
Also, for some fucking reason, I thought that, like, I wasn't displaying the actual game for a second, and I was like, why wouldn't you tell me?
Like, we've just been sitting here riffing.
But to be fair, I have had streams where like the audio was either doubled or like stuttering, or like the video was stuttering, and I had like a few viewers and like no one said anything, and I'm like, guys,
It's okay to tell me. If
you can tell me. It's okay. I would rather you have a good viewing experience than you try to deal with this. Please tell me if there's something wrong.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning.
Yes. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there?
Tell me, please, give me a list.
Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Good riddle, thing.
Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped.
He uses furtive a lot.
Furtive. Very furtive.
This is one of his favorite words. What?
Let us furtively consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is blowing in the wind. It's revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Or perhaps it's the gun, or the book, or literally anything else. This letter gives notice of an alcohol license being applied for to be carried out in the local area. Public works, of course. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, there's going to be a tapas place around the corner.
I was gonna say, this is a very specific inside joke for us specifically, because there's a public hearing for the tapas restaurant that's being opened up nearby for their alcohol license, and I briefly entertained the idea of like going to the public hearing and be like, no, you can't serve alcohol, but yes. So this was a very, very specific joke about specifically us and things that we find amusing. Yes, Schultz having spirit again and deducting the crap out of everything. I think he just wants to be the center of attention. I don't think he's actually deducing shit. I think he's just like, you weren't paying attention to me, so now I'm gonna deduct something so you'll spin around with me for a little while.
Making you dance with me. Pay attention to me.
Mr. Naruhodo, please, pay attention. I have a deduction if you want to hear it. No, not really.
Not really.
I'm going to show you anyway.
I'm so glad you wanted to hear my deduction. What was that? Do it even louder?
Someone did that when the restaurant you worked at opened. Really?
Oh, really? Wow.
Did they protest about your alcohol license? That's so funny.
Beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road.
This madness has entered the sewers now, has it?
Well, we've always been in the gutter, at least.
Your mind has been, anyway. I've seen you crawling all over that Japanese beanpole.
He hasn't been crawling all over me lately. By excavating the ground,
I needed to know.
you would gain access to the waterway, you see. It flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. You are going to drag yourself through the sewers.
You're gonna rob a bank on the opposite side of the
by
street!
going through the sewer in your fancy suits.
God,
This is how one dresses up to rob a bank via a sewer. Well, Mr. Nadahodo, what do you think of my brilliant deduction? Are you paying attention to me now?
Hey, Sasato, do you wanna get Uber Eats for lunch?
Yeah, I'm thinking burgers.
Burgers? Yeah, okay. What do we have near us? Okay,
I'm deducing here!
there's an In-N-Out.
Yeah, oh, does that exist yet?
You're against us having any licenses, but yeah, also the
Wow.
Oof.
No licenses for you.
Rude as shit. Very rude.
Mm.
What are you?
Indeed, what is he? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels! Ha ha!
Literally, what the fuck? Master plan! I had to do it like that because I'm dramatic and gay, you see.
Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme.
Fucking rude. That's extremely rude.
Really? Jeez.
Wow.
Ah, that frickin' sucks. I mentioned, get more food.
Yeah. What the hell?
What is wrong with
I
people?
love how much, because there's also a Thai restaurant that's like right.
A Thai restaurant. We're about to get a Nigerian restaurant, Spanish tapas.
Yeah.
We already live in like a nexus of Chinese food, Korean food, Japanese food.
We've got a Oako, which is a Mexican
place. We've got
we've got an Irish pub, and then we have like basically an American like brewery and sausage place that's opening up right there.
Got some Peruvian food. We got some Mediterranean food.
A veritable melting pot. We had Indian food.
We did.
And then it fucking closed.
It just closed.
Also, the Friendship Barbecue is temporarily closed also.
What?
And also, the French bakery is moving.
Oh, right. Oh my god, I forgot to get more from the French bakery.
It's still open until the 24th.
I need to put an alarm. I need to put an alarm to remember to get stuff from the French bakery right next door before it closes down.
Right. I was sitting there like, should I order more of those like sundaes that they have in the little glass cups so we can keep them?
Yeah, so we can just have them on hand.
Yeah.
I kept going back looking for the pistachio. Anyway.
Sorry.
Where were we? The last chapter of this lurid scheme to close all the bakeries. What plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? It was just all the money. He just wanted to take all the money.
Yes. Are you quite serious?
Absolutely not. Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer.
French bread is so good.
French bread.
I love baguettes so fucking much. So fucking much. Like, there is nothing more delicious than a fresh, still warm French baguette. Nothing more delicious. Fucking love baguettes.
But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Also, I want you to know, this guy's voice, the voice I'm doing for him, is so, like, breath heavy. I get out of breath every sentence I say.
Love it. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence.
Oh boy.
You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
The Crystal Tower!
Always the Crystal
We've been hearing about this. Has to be if that's not the center of
that's where the crime's gonna take place.
If that's not the center of the last case, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Seriously, good point.
Postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me.
Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway.
And as you know, I'm a big exhibitionist.
And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. All the magical girls to power up. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road.
Pardon?
Yes, the considerable crime you've been contemplating? is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the great exhibition.
Well, it wasn't, but it is now that he knows that it's there.
Thanks for advertising that, Hurley.
Yeah. Hey, guys! Guess who has extra money?
Guess where the special reserve funds for the great exhibition are located?
Guess what? That bank has so much more money than it usually does!
Did you know that if you went through the sewers, you could get into the bank from underneath? Mr. Sholmes?
Yeah, Gina Lestrade has been missing for 20 minutes.
Yeah, Miss Lestrade, she seems to have left the building. Of course. That is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Oh my god, can you history that? That's just like...
That's fucking...
I'm gonna capture that complete, total nonsense. Is this the great crime that you would want to do, Hurley? Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Yeah, give me that history. Oh my god, he's a maniac. Okay. He's a
Thanks for
fucking
revealing
maniac.
police secrets to us.
Yeah.
Total randos.
Please take him down for this, Dukin.
Mr. Sholmes, can we have a talk? We need to have a talk. Let's talk. It's over. Kidding.
Going back to my ghost boyfriend now.
Right, I'm gonna go back to Japan.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree?
Yeah, he did this for fucking attention. You could see his little golden retriever tail wagging.
Seriously,
He was
oh
like,
my god.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
Did you like it? Did you like my deduction?
Did you like my deduction? Can I have a treat?
Do I get a bone? Do I get a bone?
God, Mr. Sholmes, are you fucking serious?
Oh, Mr. Sholmes!
Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what's in its vault? Because,
Yeah, I made all that up.
we're a little short on money, I'm just saying.
we might want to move out of your place after all this.
Right.
Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. That's why
Wow, I'm so glad that you said it out loud in this pawnbroker shop.
Right in front of the pickpocket!
In front of a pawnbroker, a pickpocket, a fucking weird-ass dandy, two random Japanese people, and you obviously... Why would they trust you with this secret?
Yeah, what is going on here? Gregson told me in the strictest confidence.
I'm so glad he's so wrong about trusting you.
Yeah, boy.
You've gotta
Boy,
be
oh boy.
fucking kidding me. Herlock Sholmes.
Did he really tell you, or did you, like, get it out of him? Weasel it. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact.
Pretty sure the neighbors and everybody on the street knows about it.
Also, that part where you opened the doors and shouted it out to all the passers-by.
Case really broke our picture of him being a top in his fancy clothing. Oh no, I never thought he was a top. He was a switch at best. Like this boy is like
he's a maniac.
He's probably like he probably doesn't have a position.
Yeah.
He's probably just like you have to just tell him what to do. Be like, no, honey, you can't. No, you're not doing. We're doing this. We're doing it this way. Poor Ryunosuke's had to be a power bottom for the last 2 months, and he's not happy about it.
Yep.
He's like, man, I just want to go back to being a bottom. Mr. Van Zeeks, I need a break.
Cosmo cries one lonely tear.
I need Lord Van Zeeks in my life.
I need an ultra top right now.
He'll make me lick his boots, and I will happily do it at this point.
He'll kidnap me to some faraway castle. I'll get away from your nonsense.
Right.
Ah.
And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it?
Well, just now, you see. There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? He is a criminal, as you said. And buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret.
There's plenty right there. Like, he didn't need to bring his own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's literally a bunch in the shop.
Yep. Yep. Oh my god, that's
it fucking
great.
reminds me of the Rise from the Ashes case, where it's like, if you were going to premeditate a murder, you don't forget to bring the fucking weapon.
Yes.
Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels in here after all.
Yup.
This is like, his tail is drooping between his legs. Now he's like, oh.
Oh, was this me?
That was you.
Wow.
You were everyone in this room except for Ryunosuke and the dandy.
Oh, my life! I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson, and that lesson would be to don't bother to listen
Don't tell me secrets.
Slap duct tape above my mouth, and sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care.
Maybe it's you who should have learned a lesson.
One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Can't do anything to stop that.
Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. Next time. Next time. He's confided in him before.
Yeah. Excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. Excellent idea.
I can't be trusted in the slightest.
Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure.
Slap him?
And?
Spin around.
Yes.
Yeah, let's spin around again and see if we can massage it into shape.
Massage it.
I'm gonna massage your deduction.
That's what I came here for.
Right? That's what I call my... Ah, yes, here is my great deduction.
Wait a second. I'm not going to forget that now. Not forgetting that. My great deduction is ready for a dance with you.
If you're so lonely, you could go home with us right now. I'll sit in the same room as you as long as you shut up. Oh God. Great. I'm gonna gag you.
Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning.
If you're so lonely, we could go home. I will gag you so you don't talk anymore, and I'll sit on the chaise, and you can lay your head on my lap, and I'll pet your hair. How's that?
Delightful, except for the part being about being gagged. I'd prefer to talk the entire time.
No, I would rather you shut up.
I have lots of things to say, though.
Exactly. This is the point.
Herlock Sholmes, magnificent,
Magnanimous.
Herlock Sholmes, logic and reasoning spectacular.
All right.
Got that Kazuma Stevie going there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. Just flip this over. What's written on the back of the thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously. Okay, go to bed. Good night.
Good night, ho.
Good night, ho. Have fun. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor.
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road that we just heard about. It was a major government secret. He wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, now would he?
Oh, I think it's fair to say that his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where, and what did Mr. Benedict here at... What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time?
Wait, I've got a question.
Okay.
Why do we care? Like, I don't...
Oh, hey, look!
Okay, well, what do you know?
Oh, that's a drawing!
Oh, it's adorable!
Oh,
okay, but like, why do we actually care, aside from that Herlock is dragging us through this? Why do we care? Why can't we just be like, we're gonna leave now? I don't remember what we were doing here in the first place.
Right, it's like, he's like, oh, I'll solve the case, and it's like,
What case?
The case of the missing...
What are we solving?
The case of the missing music disc, I guess?
Yeah, right? Why do we care that this guy came to the pawn shop? Okay. Oh, how cute.
It's a cute little drawing.
It's very cute. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. Oh.
I don't believe it!
You don't? I mean, what is it?
Listen to what it says. Hold on, I'm just gonna let you stay right there. I'm just kneeling behind you.
You just kneel over there and read it out loud.
Name, Gina Lestrade.
Aw.
Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. That is not what it says. You could tell.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. It's kind of cute. Although if we showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher at his face for sure.
And look, the details of this shop have been written down here too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th of April. They trying to redeem her from the pawn shop?
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all the information scrawled on the back of a piece of paper? Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place was the info about Miss Lestrade.
Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer had some actual relevance to the case. Who would have thought? Pertains to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery here. I totally knew that. I just wanted to make Mr. Naruhodo have to point it out.
Ugh. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. You fucking liar.
But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. Oh, yeah, snaps.
It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean... Here, to Windibank's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat.
I just look at him. Just look at that smile. Just look at that. Oh.
We love a confident man.
Confident looking. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions.
Exclamation mark.
Oh yes, the cane. Mama.
You know, not that.
It's a shovel.
What's a ferrule?
Thank you. It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of the cane, Mr. Naruhodo. I looked that up in my diary.
Ah, the bit that makes a nice clacking sound on the pavement?
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, they really like that book.
Mm-hmm.
There's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather us not know.
His face. His face is a secret.
Hello?
It would be...
Look here, Miss Susato. There's some letters on the handle.
Ah, yes. Attorney General, I see.
Yeah.
Those must be initials, I think.
You're an Attorney General!
In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
Why?
Because it says it's mine.
So Herlock Sholmes would be HS.
Or
You mean
SH, but, you know, copyright.
Yeah, legally distinct.
That's right. And so you would be NR or RN, depending.
Depending on which country you're in.
And the initials on this cane, obviously, are not his.
AG. A giant asshole.
Yep.
Asshole giant.
Asshole, comma, giant.
Asshole, comma, giant. Asshole guzzler. Why does it feel as though that's not quite right?
Because it's not.
Mr. Naruhodo-san. Please, brain cells.
Alternate ghost? Kazuma's alive!
A ghost!
Take that!
Ishling.
A soggy ghost! Yes! The contradiction of which I speak, of course, is the initialing.
A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? See how well my man performs?
Mm.
We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. As in Eggy Butthole.
Right.
Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG for asshole, comma, giant. Or asshole guzzler.
Essential bitch. Yet yes.
Incontrovertible contradiction indeed. Would you not agree, Mr. Endless Bastard?
No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. And why are you insulting me so much? What the fuck have I done to you? You said before that you've had that cane for years. Look at his confident. Look at his.
Oh, hey.
He's gripping that sword.
He's got his hand on. He's on.
Ah,
Look, yeah.
look at man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So don't try to tell us you've just borrowed it from a friend or found it at the park.
Look at him just carrying his Cosmo sword everywhere, including into the pawn shop.
Yeah, he's packing heat all the time.
Packing heat and packing his lawyer's badge from
Right.
Cosmo.
He is always armed.
Mm-hmm. In short.
That means you could be framed for a murder pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. You're an excellent butt face. But you hold yourself to be a gentleman. You have withheld your true name. Oh, I wanna make jokes from a certain vampire show that no one but us would understand.
Esteemed bitchwad. Exclamation mark.
You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, Mr. Extreme Butterface. Truth behind this rod. It's going to make Mr. Naruhodo check out your rod.
You early boomer. Early because it's the 1900s. They weren't born yet.
Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. It's the handle.
Let's consider the bare bones of what happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed a fine-looking overcoat. Another mysterious man has appeared introducing himself with a fake name and claiming that this overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat could not possibly belong to him. It has fucking initials on it, doesn't it?
Sure.
Like in his sleeve or
Just
some
rolling
shit.
all over him.
A row?
Like a stylish hat.
Stylish hat, huh? Oh, it's ripped.
Oh, it's ripped.
It's ripped. It doesn't fit him.
It doesn't fit him. Ooh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look. You got a sewing needle on that.
So it is.
You know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, he was doing his whole flailing about thing, thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. Now I think it was probably the sound of this seam ripping open.
Look closely. It does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If we were to run around it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. Just imagine him, like, running around and his clothes falling off.
That, I would not like to see that.
Sorry?
I'm minor. How can we make Mr. Benedict run around? I bet that Mr. Sholmes has an idea of how to make someone have to run around pointlessly.
I thought it said turn around.
Yeah.
I'm like,
turn around.
It's like, it's easy. You just tell him that there's a silk hat behind him.
Yes, there's a
Where?
lovely silk hat.
Really giving this some thought. Hello. Present.
Take that!
Crackety crack.
Yeah.
Don't look back.
The split seam, which you have evidently would have liked to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see.
Just look at this handsome boy. He's so handsome, his deductions spinning.
We are Ryunosuke simps first and human second.
Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. I just wanted to make Mr. Nutter.
I like how he just jumps in on these deductions. Like, he's like, yes, obviously that's what I meant to say. Obviously.
Look at that. Just look at him.
God, he's handsome.
So pretty.
Look at that handsome boy. He's so handsome. Oh, look at the little red, the hachimaki on his sword. It hurts. It hurts. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, very broad, actually. The seam is already breaking apart. I'd like you to break me apart. Wait.
My suspicions were aroused from the outset.
You have aroused us both. Somehow. Oh, he's blocking Ryunosuke.
When you so boldly lied about your name, Mr. Existential Buttman, and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket.
You egotistical baby.
This catalog of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. Eternal bluster! To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank. But what really irks me is this. No one paid attention to me for a few minutes 10 minutes ago. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Alas, just wanted a CD, basically.
Great. She stole my CD collection. This was the Backstreet Boys. It was very popular.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue.
Or should I say, Mr.
Endless
Bottom. And then the bottom.
But we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning.
Exposed bones. Mr. Exposed Bones.
Mr. Exposed Bones.
Your bones are exposed. My bones.
Mr. Educated Butthole.
Educated. This is utterly absurd. I am not educated or a butthole. Sorry. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed to wheeze designed a wheeze. A wheeze? To
What?
filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Using the safe word? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details?
Nespa.
Never.
Well, the safe word can be discovered by negotiating in advance. As you're only too well aware, Mr. Entertainingly Bitchy, your furtive glance is telling me more than I could have hoped. I believe your safe word is furtive.
Mm-hmm. What?
It's mine, at least. Now you all know that. Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword related to the pawned property of another. If you just imagine this in like a very large kink context, like I've come to the pawn shop.
Mm-hmm.
The watchword is Victor Nikiforov. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
The method is revealed by the council notice. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. I don't think Mr. Edgy Balloons would do such a thing. I don't know why I went with balloons.
Like over a century later. Edgy what?
Balloons.
What did you call me? I do not have balloons. I'm offended.
Edgy buns?
I'm leaving now, right?
Edgy buns.
Edgy buns. Oh, edgy buns!
Oh, edgy buns! some woman who just like is the woman of the month.
Yeah.
Who's like just obsessed with Edgeworth. Is edgy buns.
Edgy buns.
He's like, God damn it, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the country again. Goodbye. Anyway. You can't deny that this mysterious gentleman didn't know the did know the watchword.
You can't deny that he didn't know the watchword. Yes, Professor Edgy Buns.
Professor Edgy Buns.
You didn't know that. If you didn't say Professor Edgy Buns, Mr. Winterbank would never allow you to redeem the article.
That's the new safe word.
Yes, it's Edgy Buns.
No, it's Professor Edgy Buns.
Professor Edgy Buns.
Professor Edgy Buns. Please stop.
Is that a red or a yellow?
It's
a red for me for life.
right. Or looking at it another way, someone's having a weird conversation. Oh.
Wait, look at the Mew.
It's cute.
Look at the Mew.
It's a kitty and a snowman. Oh, why are there so many pictures of animals?
Mew.
If you didn't know that word, Mr. Winterbank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. If you did know the word. God, reading!
If you did or didn't know the word,
Yeah,
he wouldn't allow
it's
you.
just, yeah, like he
Whether
may
it was yours or not.
It just really did. The thing is that Gina didn't know the fucking watchword,
No,
and she
she
picked
didn't.
up the fucking thing, so
No.
who cares? The question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? How about the fucking
the
records?
ledger,
What
the
is this?
kitty photo?
Notelet?
Notewit?
Look at this, Susato-san.
Appears to be a memo that Mr. Winterbank has scribbled to himself. It says, Professor Edgy Buns.
Let's see, what does it say?
Professor Edgy Buns.
Oh, Professor. Edgy Buns. Professor Edgy Buns. What a weird thing to write. Must make note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. An alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see or overhear from a big loudmouth detective. Notelet.
Notelet. Notelet is such a cute word.
It's a notelet.
It's like a note, but little. It's a notelet. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter, to which your eyes are inadvertently drawn.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the notelet he has to hand.
Ah, it seems that you were wrong. It was actually Professor Edgybuns. Not just Professor. Are you...
Nothing started vibrating.
I don't think it's
You don't-
actually... I don't think it's actually a vibration. I think it's, from upstairs.
Oh. You hear this, right?
Yeah,
You sense
I
this,
do
right?
hear it, yeah.
Okay.
You can't hear it over stream, but there is
No,
it sounds
it's weird.
it sounds like a phone vibrating, but it's much like deeper and it's kind of shaking the whole apartment.
I could feel it in my skull. That's what made me freak out for a moment.
Yeah, like it's
just
obviously
happened
yeah.
But he notes down the response on his notelet, then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of his notelet. Very secure system.
I would expect nothing less of a vigilant prawn broker. He only takes shrimps, actually.
Oh,
But that's weird. He didn't accept any shrimps today.
Aw, look at him biting his dick. I just
Right.
fucking love this guy so
Right.
much. He's handsome in
Yeah, every
shot.
time. I was gonna say, like, every time they move his model, we're like,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Ooh.
such a handsome angle.
Look at him.
What a handsome boy. Look at him thinking.
They gotta do an angle that's like up nose. You're like,
Right.
Okay, he's got one bad face.
Right. Well, the thing is like, we're not, like, we like all the faces in which he looks like he's thinking about
Mhm,
things.
when he's thinking, it's very nice.
When he is actually using that brain of his, he's quite
Yes,
handsome.
He's very handsome.
When he's not using his brain,
he's not very.
he's just regular.
He's just herp.
He's just a dude. But when he's being smart,
He's a handsome boy.
he's a handsome boy.
He's a handsome boy.
When he's in thought. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about?
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade.
He has very pretty eyelashes.
He does.
In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank.
And the diligent prawn broker made a note of the watchword in his
Prawn broker.
shells. As is his common practice, he then
Or
rubbed
we-
it on his belly.
Are
and-
we suggesting he's actually a lobster?
Yes, of course! That explains everything! My great deduction. He is a lobster!
He's actually a lobster, the prawn broker. You observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. Exclamation mark.
And that, sir, is how I've determined that the prawn broker is a lobster! Also, the master plan that you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade, we've just explained it all, you see.
Ren, thank you. God, 14 months. What the fuck?
Wow!
That's crazy. Thank you so much for your
Yay.
support. You're so great, Ren.
Thank you!
Yeah, thank you for lurking. Master plan.
I'm a master of nothing. Brings us alas to the final chapter of this lurid scheme, lobsters!
This is actually a red lobster. This is no pawnbroker at all.
Why would you go such lengths to see a prawn broker when you are clearly not of the crustacean class?
Are you quite insane?
I'm not remotely serious. You met me. For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. I've heard way better. That band has just gone out of style. Actually, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. This picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
What the fuck are you talking about? The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of his pockets.
Which, according to Mr. Windibank, isn't even worth a penny.
Yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why?
I suppose we're not going to get to leave here until we figure that out, so... I
We're
wonder
being
if
held
perhaps-
hostage. Please help.
Perhaps... We already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Do I still need to nudge you like this? Like we did back in the old days?
No, I'm fine. Could we? Really? I better have a thorough look at all the evidence we've collected so far. Is that
It's
evidence?
my armband!
Oh, wow!
Look at the evidence!
It's this, obviously!
It's obviously this!
It's obviously this! My attorney's...
Yes.
That would be fucking fun.
Just
Honestly,
present the attorney's badge.
can I do that?
Do it.
I'm gonna
Just
do
do
that.
it.
I'm
That'd
just
be
I'm gonna
funny.
do this for the
Let's
memes.
just find out what happens.
I'm overwriting it just in case it like decides it wants to end the game because I'm an idiot.
Let's do it.
For the memes!
Take that!
What precisely was your intention with that?
I like how he just like takes it. He like takes a side. It's like, what are you doing?
I'm the ridiculous one here.
Right? Why are you doing this? I'm just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt?
Yes, a lot.
Aww.
I thought it would be funnier.
That was
yeah.
fun.
It
was
it was cute.
It was cute to see him being like, yeah.
Like that's such a childish insult too.
Mhm.
You obviously don't have a knack for deduction.
Yes, you don't.
Take that!
What?
Yeah, what just happened? Huh?
Oh,
You're
he
still
did the
dumbass.
what? The fucking what? Okay.
What? Him?
Oh, am I supposed to present like a?
Did we have to like look at the music disc or something like that?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake.
there's blood.
Oh, McGill
Oh,
did.
really?
What?
Ah!
No! No!
Begora!
No!
He's come back for us now.
No!
We'll never be rid of him.
Don't make me do the accent again! No!
Oh, fantastic. There's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. A name that haunts us in our sleep at night. It gilded.
McGilded? It couldn't be!
Welp, it is, Naruhodo-san. Name I shall never forget for as long as I live.
Why? Why is his name on this?
Just to fuck with us, basically.
Son
Yeah,
of a
that's what we need
fucking
to do.
bitch. Fucking fucker. Fuck
Also,
fuck
there's
this.
like blood on the other side of it.
Well, yeah, did Gina like hurt herself on
Oh,
it?
right, I forgot about that
She
part.
bled on it.
Whatever.
Take that!
The music box.
I mean, obviously it's gonna have something to do with the case. You see, this music box test tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back?
It reads, McGilded.
Hopefully we never have to hear his accent ever again.
Obviously, McGild is the name of another bank that holds the reserves that will be used to pay for the Great Exhibition.
No!
Mr. Magnus McGilded, allow me to do
I don't want to see him ever again!
I could do the impression for you.
Which one? Ada.
Ada. Allow me to do my excellent Mr. Magnus McGilded impression. If he has to say anything. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the hands of Van Zeeks. I mean, in the Old Bailey 2 months ago.
Honestly, really glad he's fucking dead, and I hope that he stays dead.
No one misses him, but he was a prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruple.
I hope that Kazuma is kicking the shit out of him in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm. One might say he was unscrupulous. So you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? We don't
Were
want
you
to think
his
about
sub?
that. Ugh, that's a terrible mental image.
Ugh. McGilded being a dom.
God,
Gross.
run away.
He'd be a sugar daddy for sure.
Yes.
Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature, in fact. He was precisely the right size for that overcoat you squeezed yourself into.
Oh boy.
I was just saying that I thought maybe he'd be the sub since he's smaller.
Yep. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Endless Bong. Bong Bong.
Mr. Endless Bong.
Mr. Endless Bong. Mr. Agat Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this prawn broker today
is to eat lobster.
Is lobsters.
Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Why are you looking so sad? He's looking kind
He's a
of.
little like.
He's actually very unhappy with this.
He's like,
Usually-
I don't like this.
Usually he's
Yeah.
pretty smug at the end.
True, and today he's like,
Today
I don't like
he's
this.
actually kind of upset.
Mm-hmm.
He's like he looks like he's scolding. He's like,
Yeah.
"You bitch! I'm about to give you a fucking talking to."
Uh-huh.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh boy.
We did
Oh
it.
boy.
Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. I see you've come back from the grave and you've had a lot of Botox.
he's had a facelift.
Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances.
Possibly a nose job as well.
Possibly a body job.
Probably a hand job as well. Wait. What?
I'm a minor. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind, and it's everything about this conversation.
Right, yeah, can I go?
I tell, Miss Susato. Well, according to what Mr. Lobster over there told us earlier, sorry, I just can't get it out of my head now. Today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today will be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited.
Oh, it's been 2 months in that case, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, today is the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today.
Oh boy, oh boy. Will have been 15th February, so that's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 3:10 p.m., I see.
Are you having a stroke? Are you okay?
I'm okay, stroke.
Call the bondulance. What? But that suggests...
Yes. 15th of February.
Precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place.
It's when the omnibus zine came out. 10:30 in the evening, I was still reading all those doujinshi. It's precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter's entirely beyond coincidence.
Oh my god. Riddles, you always leave for the most ridiculous fucking
Riddles?
reveals.
Riddles, you're missing out.
You're
right
missing,
now.
you're missing it. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose, however.
What the fuck? Woohoo! Okay.
Where did you get the gun?
Okay, alright.
Where'd you get the gun from? Oh, from the table, probably.
He picked it up from the table. I like how we did this whole dance of deduction and no one was
fucking
like, maybe
picked
we
it up
should not
from the
have a
table.
revolver laying around on the fucking table.
It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. I don't know.
Yeah, would it?
I don't know if it's loaded. What do I do? No!
Absolutely not.
No!
He says, yes, I'm I mean, no!
There are some things a man must protect at all costs.
Like-
And for me, it's this Backstreet Boys CD. So maybe I'll be one of those things. And again, it may not.
Cosmo, I've come to join you in the afterlife. Why? Because I protected this Backstreet Boys disc.
It was their Millennium. It was Millennium, which was their best album.
It was
Hello?
the special Laserdisc edition.
Yeah.
Only for the true fans.
Exactly. It was really, it's super rare. And this one was signed by Joey. You see? The one that no one remembers.
Joey. Whoa.
Whoa!
No! This is not happening! No!
It's a showdown!
No!
Oh, this guy's gonna get shot! Oh my god!
Oh
my God!
The murder's gonna happen right in front of us!
Ah, we're gonna be witnesses!
Oh.
This is so exciting!
Yeah! My first witness to a murder. This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. No, that's not how a shootout goes.
Point the gun at him!
Point it towards the guy with the gun.
It's one me from the office with the finger guns.
Yes.
Not. Mr. Winterbank, no! Alright. Is that...
Who knows?
What's enough?
Oh!
Thank you! Thank you! Inspector Gregson!
We don't have to witness a murder right in front of us.
God, thank God you're here.
I hope that he fucking arrests Herlock
There's
for revealing
fucking-
government secrets.
Oh my God. Inspector.
This is awkward.
That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised in one of our dedicated emergency lines. And we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh?
Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment.
You really should have pointed the gun at someone else, my dude. You know threatening someone with a firearm is a crime, right? It would seem you have the upper hand. Is he being arrested?
Is he being arrested? No, he
Sir?
just gets to wear his fancy suit.
Right, you have a lot of explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Argy-bargy, that's your initials, right? No, the first one's an E. It would be edgy-bargy.
Argy-bargy.
Argy-bargy, that's what I said.
Petty? Mr. Lobster nearly met with his end.
And me, hello?
Oh yeah, you too.
I had a gun pointed at me, hello? Yeah, by his own gun, in fact, as far as I can tell. In fact, it was something I just put in there, even though it wasn't in the transcription, because I'm an improv master, and definitely didn't misread it.
Oh dear, I don't know what to say to that one. Might have to kill myself.
But and honestly, I don't blame you. That was really bad, and a really bad save as well. And the whole of Great Britain could meet its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector?
Yes, please announce
Please?
to everyone in the shop.
Please drag us into it!
Spare no detail, Gregson. I'm all ears.
Nah, I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
Yay!
Yay!
Arrest him!
Arrested for pointing a firearm at a lawyer! But of course, Inspector. I will shoot you in the back of the head on the way back to the station if that's okay with you. No, please don't do that.
Whoa!
Ah! Whoa!
What?
He's getting away! What?
He spun away!
My fucking fish and chips! Get after him, lad! Whistle the beat officer, too!
Sir!
And someone call the coroner for my 4 fish and chips!
Sir!
I had to pick the shit up off of the ground and it's got a bunch of wood on it now. There's been a spate of thefts at the pawn shops around here recently. We fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to know when there's trouble.
Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed.
Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning.
Is he talking about Duke?
Wow. Oh. Oh my god.
Whoa, damn!
Fucking
Holy
rude.
shit, man!
Oh, yes? I'll be taking whatever it is of McGilda down to the yard. Thank you very much.
Wow.
So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course.
Did
Him pointing those fish and chips at me is more intimidating than the gun.
Does that... Is he looking and seeing the katana and being like, you're really still carrying that sword
it's like,
around?
okay, this man's in... Wow, you fucking read us like a book.
Damn.
Ouch.
She's an actual good detective. No, don't give it to him. As a special edition Laserdisc, you see, it's Backstreet Boys. It's signed by Joey.
Sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has been taken into evidence now. Evidence?
The police demand something's evidence, my dear fellow. We have no choice but to capitulate. All yours, Inspector. Enjoy your Backstreet Boys. You don't even appreciate the Backstreet Boys. He was just an old early boomer when the Backstreet Boys were a thing.
And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson. And I just wanted to listen to Backstreet's Back one more time. Although that wasn't on the Millennium Edition, so maybe, what song was it? Fucking, Wait, what was the song that was on Millennium? Like, their really famous one. You're Googling it.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, I'm like, there's Backstreet's Back was their first album.
Okay, so here we go.
And then...
Alright.
And then Shape of My Heart... I want it that way. Yeah, fucking...
Tell me why
ain't nothing like a heartache.
Tell me why
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why
I never wanna hear you say
I want it that way.
Which the lyrics make absolutely no sense whatsoever. This is not a song that's comprehensible in the human language. In the human language. The English language. Jesus Christ. And we're summarily turfed out. Turfed out?
Turfed out.
Turfed out. We were turfed out. That we were treated like turfs and kicked the fuck out of there. In any language, exactly. Out of the shop and onto the street.
Finally.
What I heard about that, and I'm not really sure, like 100% sure about the, oh, to be continued.
Whoa, we got
fantastic.
a TBC.
Kind
of early.
What I heard about that, which I don't know if there's validity to this because I found it on the internet and there wasn't really any evidence to support it, so take this with a grain of salt, is that the person who wrote it was a guy who was like, whose English was his second language, and they were just like, let's just fucking keep it this way. It's gonna be incomprehensible. It'll be fun.
I like it. See? That's why I hate grown-ups. They don't appreciate Backstreet Boys. Just feed you a pack of lies and take away your limited edition laserdiscs.
Who hurt you, Gina?
Everyone. Really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh, my. Surely you were given that.
All grown-ups do is eat hot chip and lie. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, do let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough.
All they do is be bisexual, eat hot chip and lie.
Went through the pockets and then said, go on then, have it, before telling me to scarf her. Always pays off getting people to look like you ate them. Nom nom.
Can't help but feeling that's gonna get you into serious trouble one day.
I managed it all with Mr. Tiley Bananas, didn't I? I really wanted that nice shiny disc. Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
See, it didn't just have Tell Me Why. Ain't nothing like a... It also
ain't nothing
had
but a heartache.
the one! And Larger Than Life!
Larger Than Life is a fucking banger, honestly. Listen to Larger Than Life right now. Fucking banger.
Larger Than Life.
Larger Than Life, what else was on that one? Don't Want You Back, that one was a good one. I'm also you know, my partner is looking at a Wikipedia site right now. This is off the top of my fucking head.
No.
I loved Millennium.
I knew the Backstreet Boys.
I
listened to
know.
them all the time. I just don't remember their albums. I don't remember which album anything was ever on because I basically just heard them on the radio.
No, I had all of their albums.
The radio.
Because I was a fucking kid when they were like at their
Yeah.
peak, so like I had all their CDs. I loved the Backstreet Boys. Anyway,
I ain't nothing but a hurlock. The music box disc? So, can you tell me more about these Backstreet Boys?
well, you see, they had this breakout hit called "Backstreet's Back," but Mr. Winnebank said it was practically worthless. Probably because he's a boomer and doesn't like the Backstreet Boys. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go and add another bash. Give 'em a long-eyed stare till they give me back my laserdisc. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Winterbanks again today. Not about to go back
We've
to the
been
scene
banned
of
for
the
life.
crime. The crime of ignoring me.
Right.
That's not fair.
I'm taking you to court for emotional damages. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Winterbank.
Well, that's just mine. I had the ticket from this coat and it was in this coat's pocket. There should be something else in all. That's what that rotten coat said, ain't it? Something else?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well, then that's mine too, whatever it is.
Now she's really pushing her luck.
Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. And, if you don't mind, I might just have something here for you. Opens up the trench coat. It's all of the boy bands of the 90s.
Right, it's NSYNC. All of the NSYNC albums.
Yes.
Like, I didn't like NSYNC.
I heard you wanted a Backstreet Boys album. Can I interest you in a little NSYNC? No!
What about 98 Degrees?
No! They're not the same! Not signed by Joey. It's all your fault, Sholmes.
But this one is signed by Justin Timberlake.
Wait, JT?
JT. Also, oh god,
Was that the initials on the cane? JT!
I don't think so.
He's the one underneath that body job.
What? You mean the hand job?
So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? We have
Oh,
trout
so
every
you
night.
do this to everyone?
You're just gonna pick-
Oh, so you're gonna take her out for trout too?
Would you like to dine with me? Because apparently, the man who's sleeping on my chaise is not interested anymore. Eh? You're old. Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain you with a modest violin recital because you see my new boyfriend doesn't seem to like my violin.
It's dinner and a show, you could say.
Indeed. Are there things to
You're not gonna fucking turn down free food, huh?
Of course not. No top. Uh-oh.
He's gonna be ignored again.
Why don't I come round your place then? I've always stolen everything useful out of that place. You lost your head or something? Gosh. Oh dear, I wish I could be her.
She did turn down free food. She's a very bad homeless girl.
Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add.
Are you sad that she ignored you?
I don't care if she ignored me.
I can't help wondering, are you lonely again?
Of course I'm lonely!
Are you gonna pout?
Well, you abandoned me for 5 whole minutes today.
If perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Interesting.
When she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
You did swing free food in her face. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later, too.
Oh.
You
Mr.
fucking owe me.
Schultz, I also live with you, so like I'll probably be there for dinner anyway, because we've got nothing fucking better to do. The only reason we came with you to the pawnbrokers is because you dragged us out of the house, and otherwise we'd just be sitting in our house, you know, the one we share with you.
Susato is slowly backing away from this conversation.
Sorry? I live with you!
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Mr. Sholmes, do we have to talk about this in front of Susato?
It's called My Great Deduction.
Mr. Sholmes, do we have to talk about this in front of Susato?
I'm around the corner. I'm at the bookstore. Bye. I mean, how exciting. What is it?
You know how much you love his deductions?
Not much anymore.
You won't like this one. just ignore it.
You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato.
Miss Susato.
Miss Susato. If you were Mr. Susato and quite a bit older, then we might have a talk right now. But until later, then. Aha!
You would make quite a cute boy.
And
okay.
Just to throw him around.
Okay, I guess we're going
we can
home.
Just go home then.
2 hours later.
2 hours later.
No, this is several hours later.
Sholmes is sweet.
Yeah. What did we do? Did we just walk around the London streets for several hours?
Apparently.
Because like he fucking interrupted us in the middle of breakfast.
Yeah, and
to
now
drag us to the pawnbrokers.
It's early dinner.
And I had a gun pointed at me, so this has been a day.
Yep.
Ah, Susie and Ryan. Come in, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning.
Are we gonna be having dinner at 3:43?
Yeah, I guess we're ready for dinner now.
I guess so.
We just want this day to end.
Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Only 3. Busy as always?
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Alrighty, you're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. It's Hurley's insecurity. You'll never guess. Who is it?
Is it Kazuma? Because otherwise I don't care.
It's Cosmo-sama?
Those little eyes of hers shining.
It's our cat.
Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it?
It's Jenny! Isn't that exciting? It's someone my actual age, kind of, but not really.
That's what wonderful news! I'm so surprised.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Iris. Oh, yeah, that does sound like... Wait.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, by the way, Iris, changing the subject, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Let's talk about Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, you think I really know what Hurley's ever up to?
Oh, he's just staring at the desk, it looks like.
Oh my god. Oh, look at him. Look at this mess.
He's missing his machine, I guess. He's depressed because someone ignored him for 5 minutes today, apparently.
It was just 5 minutes.
You do understand that paying attention to Hurley is your rent. And it's overdue.
Right.
He's been like that ever since he got back, all right?
Right. What are you talking about? I sucked his dick last night.
I try not to be aware of that.
Hello? Mr. Sholmes?
Beg that you won't speak to me.
I thought you wanted attention, Mr. Sholmes!
Never. Just look away.
Sorry?
It's like little sorry.
You are impossible!
Like, sorry?
Sorry?
Excuse me?
You're impossible.
Don't know who you are. Kindly take your leave.
What the fuck are you talking
What the
about?
hell is happening to this man? As you can see, I'm not here. Okay. Alrighty.
I'm going to my room.
Cosmo's like, so, this guy. Huh? Not Van Zeeks, this guy.
Yep, that's that guy.
That's who you're into, huh, Deokin?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Neither do we.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything, including good manners.
he's also like practically begging us to pay attention to him most of the time.
Well, you see, he just forgets about things like common courtesy and common sense.
Yeah, I see.
Object relativity. And really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does, if you haven't noticed that at all. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
But which is which? Yes, except for Iris is clearly the parent here.
I like her sad face like
Right.
that. It's just like, don't they?
Yeah, this is just a like, I am deeply sorry for your
Yes.
loss. But like, in the most sarcastic way.
Mhm.
Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. You don't believe that Herlock is her parent?
Mhm.
What's the matter, Brian? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right?
Kinda. How did you...
I'm a mind reader just like Susie. Oh, Brian, I can read you like a book. Susie taught me how.
Ugh, this girl's dangerous. Hey, no more reading minds. It's not polite.
Don't worry. You can ask me anything. I won't mind.
AMA.
Mm-hmm. AMA, I live with a crazy man.
All right,
There we
let's
go.
talk about Ginny. Oh, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right? The one that didn't traumatize me at all.
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. So, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Is it tall? It's very tall. Wait a moment. But now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. She's just so excited to not see me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
Then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh, can we,
So you're aiding and abetting her crimes, is what you're saying.
yeah. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow and shoot it in her face with my smoke grenade gun.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, we did see it.
I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Not fun anymore.
Poor Hurley.
Not really. I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come.
And living with Sholmes.
Living with Sholmes.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Now that you've seen what it's like for 2 months, you wonder why on earth would anyone put themselves through this?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
I have no real parents. I was born out of a smoke grenade. My mummy and daddy aren't with me anymore.
Are they dead or just did they disappear in a weird courtroom magic act?
They went to the prawn broker.
Yeah. My daddy went out for cigs and never came back. I don't know what a 7-Eleven is, but I think that they think it's a portal to another dimension.
Exclamation mark. Mummy passed away when I was born.
Oh no.
And around the same time, my father,
Was Magnus Begilded? It was
Exactly.
terrible.
he turned into an arch-villain antagonist. He had to go to a faraway land. He had to go to a faraway land because one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
about that. So not about that. Let's
So,
never talk about that ever.
Hey. Bad news.
Naruto-san. Naruto-san, don't.
Hey, how do you feel about swans? Because you're not gonna like them in a minute. Wait a minute. You say Ian Hurley? Were they an item?
Ha!
Wait a minute!
Ha ha!
Was I accused of his ex-boyfriend's murder?
Yes, Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
Oh my god.
Seriously, it was.
He
It was his ex all along.
Just fucking adopted his ex-lover's fucking child.
This is why he's manic depressive, because he lost his
They're both in mourning at the same time, and they're both on the rebound.
throwing themselves at each other.
You mentioned that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Holy fuck.
Oh
He has a
my
chest full of diaries about his
God.
ex who died over in a faraway land.
I think it was the ex that wrote the papers that are in the chest, yeah. Really? He recorded them all.
So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes
Really is that gay?
really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases. A partner like Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san would have been to each other. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? Yes.
So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Does that make you his daughter-in-law?
Is that how this
Is
works?
that why you're now in his custody?
Exactly. Ellie told me I wasn't allowed to look in
Oh,
the
look at
chest.
those little things in her backpack.
No, isn't it cute?
It's so cool.
It looks like a little bunny and a little bear or a little
Aw.
mousy mouse.
It's so cute.
Very cute.
I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. But that only made me want to look even more. So I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs. Yes. So I asked Hurley. Who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. The man who can't hold a government secret to himself in a pawnbroker shop. He told me. That's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
Oh, Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Oh boy.
I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in.
God. Oh no.
So, it came as quite a shock. And Hurley told me he wasn't.
Oh no! Iris!
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Holy! Oh, Jesus!
Oh no! This poor girl.
Oh my God! How long? How long did he let her think that?
Oh. It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you at such a young age.
Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me.
Oh?
Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes. So
I
don't
have this
you
thing
lie
called a
to me.
magatama.
Seriously?
Right.
That's how I know that the two of you are lying liars. I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries.
Is this that like thing that Apollo has where it's like that
Yep.
superpower that he has?
Uh-huh.
And it's like it's passed down through like her genes?
Could be.
Because it's like Trucy has it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And fucking like I don't fucking know.
That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually.
I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories.
Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he's solved a case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Sure you've noticed. Oh, yeah, I've noticed. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again.
And then he forgot again. What an idiot.
Just hashtag early things. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris?
Oh,
Don't go there,
no!
Susato! Let her just live in...
No!
We knew it, but now it's
Hey,
confirmed.
good news. Met your dad.
Yeah, he seemed...
He seemed very sweet.
He seemed very, like, still and calm.
Yeah.
You know?
very...
Just stayed right in place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, he met him before he was dead.
Right, granted.
I'm sorry, I met him before he was alive. He was very super alive.
He was so alive.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so I could earn a doctorate as well.
Wow.
That's freaking crazy, girl.
There's his father, who went to some distant land,
Well, gee.
and is a doctor by the name of John Ace Wilson.
Your brain cells rubbing together there?
Small fucking world.
Oh, we had a flashback. We have to flashback. Who was this?
This was you.
That was me? Ah, the court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
This flashback is entirely unnecessary.
Totally.
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. There's a Cosmo somewhere over there.
This flashback would be worth it, but no!
No! That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. The man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan.
You hadn't pieced this together yet, huh, Naruhodo-san?
Susato-san?
Yes, this is my don't say anything look.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
Perhaps you are right.
I'm just making sure that my judgment is correct, because you never seem to think it does.
That would be for the best.
Oh god!
Ah, my dear
Lord,
fellows!
jump scares in this game!
How good to see you. We were talking about my dead partner. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Just, knock next time. Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before?
Why have you been ignoring me for the past 15 minutes?
I've been right there. Granted, I told you I was not there, but you should have seen that I was there.
I cannot see him as anything but a golden retriever now.
Seriously. He's ludicrous and he's ridiculously pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like this man. Pay attention to me. Long suffering sigh.
Ball? Do
Wait.
you have a ball? Can you throw the ball?
We have not seen Ben Zeeks and Herlock exchange one word to each other
No.
yet.
Nope. They have not been in the same room ever.
That's gonna be such a beautiful disaster.
Oh boy.
Well, no matter now. So how the devil are you? You're just weird.
Doing great,
Could
Just
be
had
better.
a very awkward conversation. We've been with you for most of the day.
How do you think we are? Goodness, really? Didn't notice.
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
Mr. Sholmes is indeed a golden retriever. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He's gotta be. Like, this man.
My violin? Whatever you're talking about, dear madam. I play a viola. Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you.
Drops it in his
Yeah,
feet.
yeah, like you drop the ball onto his lap. Now throw it. Toss. Throw it again.
Again!
Mr. Sholmes, you have to give it to me first. No, this is my ball.
It's mine, my evidence.
So throw it. I have to, Mr. Sholmes.
Can we just stick with being cat people? Behold, my dear fellows, this one is in sync.
Oh, which album?
Oh, another music box disc. I hear these are all the rage now. Not another disc, Miss Susanto. This is NSYNC's most popular album.
You know, no strings attached.
The one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's hidden secret. He was into boy bands. Oh my. That's why they burned down the carriage.
Then what's it doing here?
Oh, I pickpocketed before this whole thing began. You know what time, Mr. Nadahodo? I think that though I have an undeniable talent for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny.
You're a thief. Cool. I'm a lawyer, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting a little bit of Kay Faraday vibes here.
Right.
Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. We could go about and do crimes instead of solving them. And Ryan could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Yeah, keep me out of your fucking schemes, thanks.
Plus, we've got a bank to rob. Also, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all of our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted.
Hey, Susato, we're not gonna be the fucking Yatagarasu.
I mean, what else are we gonna do around here? We haven't had any cases for a while, so...
I'm just gonna pretend this conversation never happened, I think.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna... Plausible deniability.
I wasn't here. You didn't see me.
Right, I don't.
Oh boy.
All right, I guess we're having a conversation.
Converse with me. Converse.
Converse with me.
Converse.
Okay,
I even took off my coat.
You have to give me the ball first.
Drops ball.
Throws it across the room.
He just drops the music box disc at your feet.
Right. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? You know, the one that's obviously not the disc that we had before because it doesn't have blood on it. Also, it's not gold.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Quite correct.
You got it fucking mixed up. Are you colorblind?
Possibly. That sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. I smeared caramel all over it and it slipped out of his pocket. That's...
It literally just says Sholmes' caramel on it.
Oh my god, it does! It does! Sholmes' caramel!
Oh my god, that's fucking
Sholmes.
funny. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
You know, when I had a conversation with someone else for 5 minutes.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows, which has been required for you to rent my attic, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. Flashback.
I'll be taking whatever. This flashback is totally necessary.
Please demand something as evidence, my dear fellow. Capitulate. Go, Inspector. I gave him in sync. I've got the true Backstreet Boys now.
Oh, he swapped it out.
I had the disc in my hand, did I not?
Yes, you did. But I still don't understand.
This sounds, super illegal. It's at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I have only one friend in the entire world, and it is my caramel bar.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Huh? That's actually super fucking smart!
What? He's a smarty boy!
What?
Who would have thought?
Oh my god!
He actually did something smart. Is that the first time? Feels like he's actually done something really genuinely clever.
I don't know, he's been
What else has he done that's been actually clever?
I mean, he's
had
had his
some,
moments.
He has moments, but like actually doing something
That's
like
fucking
this,
insane.
it's clever. It's really
Oh my
smart.
god. That's amazing.
You do get pets. You do get treats.
Yeah, good boy. That's a good Mr.
yeah.
Schultz. That's a good boy. Here, I'll throw this ball and you get a treat.
Yeah, you get a treat. This is total galaxy brain.
Oh my
stuff
god,
right
he
here.
totally galaxy brained it.
Wow.
He had this like, I mean, like he's got like those two brain cells that rub together, except like sometimes they do like a fucking fireworks
Yes.
erupt. It's like, holy shit!
Yeah, it's like an explosion.
Holy fuck, that's amazing. I'm actually super blown away. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image on the caramel.
Yes, exactly.
Like a nuclear fission explosion, exactly.
Created a tremendous amount of energy.
It's just like, this is the ridiculous thing about Sholmes in particular, is that he's so ridiculous and an idiot 99.9% of the time, and then 0.1% of the time,
He suddenly...
he does something that blows you away. And you're just like, what?
Caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How actually extraordinary. I'm actually not even being sarcastic.
I'm straight up impressed.
I'm actually impressed by this. Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves quite useful indeed. Would you like to know some of the other things I've made impressions of? My
Please,
caramel?
you know,
Would you like a
Susato's a
little-
minor.
A show later, perhaps? Take a house key, for example. Simple press in its unique form is duplicated.
You're a criminal.
Why, thank you, my good man. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment.
Yeah, it sounds illegal. Like,
oh man, oh my god. That's just like this cap out of context. Yes, it sounds
yeah,
illegal.
that just sounds illegal.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played, because I was more of an NSYNC fan, actually, than Backstreet. But
How dare you?
didn't hear that from me. Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. Tell us why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
What music does the disc play? And do I want it that way? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
Well, that sounds like it ain't nothing but a mistake. No idea. Tell me why.
None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? My dear fellows from a faraway land?
No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Ryan?
Ooh, it's time for a lesson.
Inside the music box, there's a special metal piece called a cone. That's what produces the sound. Oh, this is pretty.
Uh-huh.
Look at how it just turns and it hits the little thing.
Is this gonna be evidence?
Is it? Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented using a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. But over time, a new type of player was produced which uses laser discs! Limited edition! Such as these.
You didn't get the signature of Joey, though, on it.
Alas, no. Didn't wipe off in the caramel.
With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Actually, I take that back. It appears that we did get the signature of Joey. We have removed it from the original disc, and it is forever imprinted into my caramel.
That makes your caramel quite valuable.
Indeed, let's go put it on the black market.
In this eBay.
What is eBay?
It's a port we have here in London.
Eggert Bay?
Eggert Bay.
Why exactly? What were we talking about? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present. I hear it in my
Otherwise,
head.
you'd have to go to see the Backstreet Boys.
But now you can just hear them in your music box.
So everyone knows the Backstreet Boys don't exist unless someone can hear them in the forest. Something like that. Well, the very success of the invention, it means that we're now presented with an insurmountable problem.
Well, what do you mean?
I've run out of caramel. As you may imagine the construction of one's firm's music box does not match that of another. One firm makes one thing, and one has the Betamax, and the other has the VHS, and this is where we all end up. We have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. We don't have Google yet. It's quite intractable.
You could just go around trying music boxes.
Yeah, let's just go around. There's like a music box museum down the street.
I see. That's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. He's got a room of 56 music boxes. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in
Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
Who are you engaged to?
My partner who is no longer with us. We're not going to have that conversation right now.
Anyway.
I'm currently involved in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one? Are we gonna have to move out of the attic? That's early for you. Always taking things way too fucking far.
But my dear girl, you're too young to swear. An unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. I'm getting ill.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, wouldn't it?
No, somewhere between 50
You couldn't
and
just like
5,000.
look at all of Magnus Begilded's
Seriously.
like purchases and try to figure that out?
That is certainly true. In the worst case, I'll have to prostitute you out for enough money to buy them all.
Excuse me?
He did actually ask him to vacate the attic room in order to fill it with the music boxes. Oh my god. Can you
really?
Can you history this? Can you
Yeah.
wait? Go
Like-
to the court. Go to the record.
What?
Yes. Scroll up a bit. Yeah. This I'm just gonna get all the music boxes. Okay. I'm just gonna, kick you out. And then he says, "What?"
Excuse me?
And now
we're just gonna leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
We're just gonna leave it at that. All right then. Cool
Okay,
beans.
okay.
I might be homeless.
Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
Not an accent I ever want to do ever again. Yeah, and it's only been 2 months since that grisly case.
Let's flashback. Let's
Do an unnecessary
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Unnecessary flashback.
Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion.
I gotta say, I appreciate this twist because it gives
my
us
god.
Van Zeek's face. So look at that Van Zeek's face.
Oh god,
Well,
that's a handsome man.
I appreciate them connecting this because, at least this case is not gonna be bullshit, We're not roaming through this with no frickin' point.
Was it the Curse of the Reaper? No one knows still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained.
And I was reduced to jelly.
I heard. And with the man's death, truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried.
Just like I'd like to be buried in Van Zeek's.
Right. His tits. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial,
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason.
Who the hell was this brickmaker guy?
Right?
What was this guy's deal?
In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night.
Oh boy.
And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that you threatened to make me homeless, right?
Yes, we're just gonna ignore it, I guess.
Okay, cool.
You must let me help you then. Because I just don't want to have to deal with Mr. Sholmes anymore.
Of course, Susie. Always happy to give you an excuse to get away from Hurley. Plenty to do.
Oh, look at that.
That's a new.
That's
I
new?
always want to say Sprite, but that's
Right,
not really
not
the.
exactly.
It's a new pose.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner.
Excuse
I'm
me.
just going to investigate your condition. Oh. Now then, did I leave it on the shiz?
I'm right here. Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Like he even remembers. Yes. Maybe right. Guess I won't pawn you off. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Lobsterbank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? That you were as incensed as I was.
Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault, like the bank across the street that holds all the money that's going to be used for the great exhibition. Just going to shout that out the window now.
Mm-hmm.
What about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley?
Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
As far as I remember, it was an alright book.
Yep. Whoa. Hey? Hey? Why are you so surprised? Because she knows what it is?
Oh, did she?
Whoa!
Did she fucking steal it?
Oh, oh.
Ah,
Susato! What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskerville. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's,
That's because Miss Susato is just such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But, Ryan, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What? I'm an idiot and forgot about it.
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, honey, what's going on?
Whoa. Wow, damn. Ah.
What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
It would appear a guest has arrived.
Oh, okay, we're just gonna
Just
not
ignore
resolve this.
Just, slide right past it.
Miss Lestrade.
What, was I breaking up an important moment or something? I just want my Backstreet Boys. And some cake. Some tea. And also some French bread. This is a bad idea. I knew it wasn't welcome. Going.
wait, Miss Lestrade.
Just take the Stradivarius while I'm at it. Fine.
We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival, even though it's only like 3 o'clock.
Yes, I'm totally eagerly glad that you're here. Let's talk about you, Tina.
Haven't we, Iris?
Oh yeah, so just wait there, Jenny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. I feel so betrayed. Come along, Susie.
I'm going to bitch slap you when we're in the kitchen.
Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home, and if
you're gonna be fucking lucky if you ever see the light of day again.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. Nothing important was happening here. Let's say some Mendelssohn. I won't take no for an answer. And also, give me back my Stradivarius. Why do you have that under your overcoat, young lady?
You see, Susie, we have a lovely bottle of Amontillado in the basement.
Right down here in the basement.
Right down here in the basement.
Very deep down in the darkest corner.
No, just keep going. That's back there.
Right that way. I'm just behind you.
Yes, ignore the bricks that I'm laying down.
Oh yes, the window full of bricks, you see. It's all bricked up like we like our windows here in London.
Exactly.
No one
No,
will
just
ever
keep
see.
looking.
I'll never hear you scream.
Metal sub it is then.
Nice. I don't think people want me here. I'm just going to steal something and go.
Oh! We love you, Wugga. That evening,
Oh,
Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual.
none of us died from it.
And Susato, for some reason, apparently went for a bottle of wine in the basement and never saw him again. Mr. Solm's violin performance was in no way meddlesome. He was actually quite handsome. And Gina, as we come to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being
It's
noticed.
kind of cute.
It was fun. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night.
Except we never saw Susato again.
Very well into the night.
Very well. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Aruhodo's legal consultancy in the middle. Cosmo appeared to me.
Oh, it's just you. It was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Yes, I'm still alive.
How'd you make it out of the basement?
Iris's cooking was truly divine and didn't poison me at all, thank goodness.
I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Solm's violin even now.
Oh, enchanting strains, huh?
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
That would probably be a bad idea. Steal Van Zeeks' wine.
Yeah.
He'll be completely dry.
Van Zeeks.
I can't do court sober.
Posted. Forgive my discourtesy, but where the fuck is my wine?
Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something? I wonder.
Is it legal?
Probably not.
What's the matter, Susato-san?
I'm going to need a lawyer. I committed a theft. That telegram I received. Finally!
Finally! Ah, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've...
Susato! Susato! Don't leave us!
What?
You're gonna get accused of murder! Don't leave us!
Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord.
Oh no!
No, Susato, no! Don't do it! Don't go! No!
She's gonna get fucking accused of murder.
She's gonna get accused of murder!
Son of a bitch!
Susato!
Don't go!
Don't do it!
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning. Why,
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
I was just trying to steal a Backstreet Boys CD, actually.
That won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Not ominous at all.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I'll find out tomorrow. Can you court record this? Can you history this right here? This is like, shit. She's been summoned alone.
What's all this about?
Been summoned to the Lord Chief Justice.
Oh, whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy.
Yeah, no shit. Don't let her go. Oh boy.
Who could that be, I wonder?
Who on earth do they live with?
Oh, it's Iris.
1 and 2.
Good evening, friends.
Ah, Iris. Hello again.
I kind of like that they just glossed over. No!
Oh, Gina's
I
here!
was gonna say! They glossed over the whole evening with you to not have us have to deal with it. Okay, Gina's still here. And Gina, too. She's still here.
Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going.
You're both underage. I'm pretty sure.
We're not gonna make those jokes because
Yeah.
they're illegal.
Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well,
You're even more of a minor than me.
guess we will make it more easy to steal things, so won't say no. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. This will just knock you right out.
We can be lesbians when we're older.
You know, I've learned so much today. About who I can trust.
Oh, what in particular?
All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Also that you're a rat bastard.
I've stolen your telegram. I found out you're going to be summoned to your death tomorrow.
Oh, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I really want to see them steal his wine now. I just want it to happen.
That would be so fucking funny.
I want it to happen.
A lovely prank.
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little here. So what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, Harley was complaining he didn't see you on the sheds. You see...
Oh, you do not.
Excuse me?
No. Oh, was it not?
I don't know, I don't know!
Ah!
You don't steal that from me! Wait, what? That's mine!
That's very his. What the fuck? How did you?
I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten. Also, don't fucking steal it again!
Take something I care about, you see what you'll get back from me.
Iris literally is a child genius. And not enough of a genius to know that that belonged to me!
So anyway, here, you can have it back. But you might want to watch your back. Oh, not that I really understand why you wear it though. I thought you'd moved on.
Thank you.
All right then, good night.
Yeah, good night. Get the fuck out!
Sleep
Good
tight.
night! Go away!
So this is your office, is it?
I'm
Good
imagining her
night,
just walking
Iris!
around.
Yeah,
She's
fucking...
like,
This is your office. Such a nice office. Would it be a shame if anything were to happen to it?
Get the fuck out of here, Iris!
What do you think, Ginny? See anything interesting in this office?
I think I won't fancy my chances with a lawyer what lives in a place with this. I'm gonna steal this telegram like you told me to. Means you're going to give me all my French bread after that and my Backstreet Boys.
Ha 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 ha! You're not supposed to say that part out loud.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. At least I'm still alive.
I suppose she probably does.
The manuscript.
Iris,
You're lucky I didn't poison you, you bitch.
I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you?
Aren't you going to tell me? Oh, children are scary when they're mad. I need a little more time, please. It's just, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get executed tomorrow, and I just wanted to read one more good book. Very well, if you're going to die tomorrow, I suppose. I understand. Hope I haven't made you feel awkward. We wouldn't want you to feel awkward, would we? Oh, no, not at all, Iris, not at all.
Maybe for a second there, when I turned around, you were bricking up the exit. No stream is complete without a good cask of Amontillado joke.
I don't know what this all is about, really, but I always stolen everything valuable in this entire attic, so I'm just gonna be getting on my way. Story you made up, isn't it, Iris? This mantle script, whatever you call it?
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diary.
Daddy's,
That's right. Don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but Daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner.
what? Is that some gay shit?
They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together.
Hey, is that right, mister? You cheating on him?
Apparently so. I was surprised as you are, though.
He cheating on you? I don't understand. What is all this?
No, he's dead. He's away in a foreign land.
You cheater?
I'm not cheating.
Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diary.
Unless you consider cheating on a dead person as cheating, which, in case I have very much been cheating.
Oh, yeah.
I've been cheating very much.
So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened.
So, where's your old man now, then? Could we, Gina, would you like to be going along home now?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, until you're like 20, and then maybe we'll have the heart to tell you.
So, I've never...
Oh my god! What the fuck?
What?
How was it shit?
She's literally been raised by Hurley.
That's
She's never met her dad. This is crazy. This
absolutely
is crazy.
insane. This is the most
What the
insane
fuck?
case of child abandonment I have
Seriously,
ever
what the
seen.
Fuck.
What the shit, Dr.
What's
Hurlock?
going on here?
You didn't even take your kid?
Jeez.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her.
Yes, let's just ask about everyone's dead parents. That's a great idea, Deokin.
Let's not ask her, actually. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow from the other cases, I mean.
Oh, how?
Well, this one has Moriarty, who's the antagonist. I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, it turned as white as a sheet. First time I've ever seen him like that. Full history. Full.
Pains me to say this. For this part, okay. Pains me to say this. I have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. It's my actual serious
If
face.
only I remembered what the fuck the story was about.
Yeah.
Like, I remembered I enjoyed it at least a little bit, but I don't fucking remember. Like, I remember reading it, I don't remember what it was about.
Well, why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
I think I borrowed it from my grandfather, too. Like, it was one of his favorite books, he said.
All right, then I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day. Iris, time is right. Damn!
And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yes. Ali said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. Treat you like a child.
I mean, you are a child.
I mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. He's keeping secret where my Backstreet Boys LD is.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean.
Yeah.
Said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it. I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
He talks about everything, so.
Right. He's kind of a blabbermouth.
I think so too.
You lot are too trusting for your own good.
Can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying, Iris. I bet my life on it.
What?
Ali's lying to me.
That's really fucking brutal for her to say. And this is a girl who believes that she can see people's lies. So like,
yeah.
she can't see through Hurley's big lies about this.
Oh,
I don't think that's true.
That's.
I think that
Gina,
fucking.
I guess.
I think that. Yeah, I gotta talk to her like this.
Examine her.
I think that she's like her parents
Mm.
left her and
Mhm.
she's traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
Well, I don't know anything about them either. Ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
It was just I just spawned out of the ether one
Yes.
day.
Immaculate Conception. What?
Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our own mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the young ones, make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Basically Robin Hood. Diving's my life, I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot purse. Like Mr. Eggerly Bastard. That's how we all can afford to eat. Ain't I? That's how I see it. Haha. That's how I saw it too.
Oh, Gina.
Do think about it sometimes. What it would be like to have parents, I mean. Always thought they'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Iris just said. It's just two more bastards I wouldn't trust with my life. Having parents ain't easy either.
Oh,
I mean, if you know you'll never add them, don't feel like you always want to meet them.
Oh.
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 it's true.
Exclamation mark.
I do want to see Daddy. So much.
I have a lovely picture of him sitting with a steak. Just ignore the hole in his chest and it's a very, very nice picture.
Very nice suit. Iris. Oh boy.
You know, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons you popped that manuscript whatever, right? Come on! It's obviously a little rubbish.
Why would you think that, Gina?
I mean, everything that comes out of his mouth is a load of rubbish. That story's really an old Windibank storeroom. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris. You asked me, he sold it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Jeez, j'accuse. Oh man, Gina. About telling you.
I don't think that's true.
Hurley would never do something like this. I'm sure of it.
Ha! He sent it to your dad, I bet.
Grown about to do a lot worse than that, believe me.
Barefaced liars, lot of them.
You just ain't realized it yet.
I bet he said it to Dr. Wilson and then it got passed on to Susato's dad.
Iris? Pet? Telling you, that metal script ain't a Windibanks. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Harry's telling me the truth.
Oh, Iris.
It's
oh,
just,
God.
oh god, he just doesn't want to
Oh.
believe it. I think it's like,
Oh.
oh, did I see that? I don't know.
See? Oh, but I didn't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
I was on the ship back from Japan.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Guess I'm not going to kill Susie tonight. Come along, Ginny, we should go back downstairs.
Yeah, alright. Stole a telegram like you want me to.
Please don't mention any of this to Ellie, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist.
Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Suppose I'll allow you to live to see tomorrow morning. Good night, then.
I was going to stop you in your sleep, but I'm not going to now because I do want breakfast. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night, too, Naruhodo-san. I just want you to know, in case I don't come back tomorrow, I'll tell Kazuma-sama in the afterlife that you still carried his sword.
Okay, don't tell about her luck, though.
Yeah,
That would just make it a little awkward.
We're not going to mention that part.
Okay, good. Or Van Zeeks, don't mention him either.
Yeah, not Van Zeeks, none of that.
Or John H. Wilson versus father. But also, the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. Can't be a mere coincidence.
It's not.
Rub those brain cells together, Ryanosuke.
You can.
There's something deeper going on.
All of this is connected. This is why her lock was on the frickin' ship. You rubbing? Are you rubbing those brain cells? He's trying.
He's trying very hard.
Oh. Naruhodo.
That's Mr. Sholmes. Hello?
Hello?
What's going on? It's the middle of the night.
Oh god. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone.
Gina?
Did she go? She went home after dinner?
How did you find out? Did you
Like,
look in her room?
Did you go? What the fuck? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman who don't need no man. She probably decided to go home, no?
Think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susanto. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home. Been waiting for over an hour now.
For an hour? Oh.
You'll indulge me. Get out of the window, my fellow.
What's this about?
What's going on in there?
Huh? Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night?
That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbroker.
Mr. Windibanks. Oh no.
It's simple. That story really was an old Windibanks storeroom. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Gina have gone?
Seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Nanahodo.
Sorry? Oh, no, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate. Once.
Susato-san! Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I hope she's not dead.
Oh god.
I hope
God.
I hope to God she's not dead.
Oh,
or
no.
accused of murder.
One or the other.
The door to Mr. Winterbanks. It's open.
And the lamp is burning.
Must be Gina, mustn't it?
Hope it's nothing more sinister.
You really had to put your coat on for this?
Took me a while with all these buttons.
What?
There's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside.
There's no one here.
Oh yes. There is.
What?
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What?
What? What?
What the? Has been shot?
What the fuck? Leave me, Mr. Nadahodo!
But
After them, go!
right. Blast! I've lost them.
Hello, what are we now?
Oh.
No, I was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that?
Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
There's a policeman close behind me. I ran back to Mr. Winterbanks.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Kick it down. Kick it down. Kick it down. Oh no! He did get shot, Mr. Lobster Bang!
Mr. Lobster!
Gina? No!
It's Gina!
No!
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Not to bring up the moment, but holy shit, they put some budget into those cutscenes.
They
Holy
sure
shit!
did. Damn. Damn.
What the
Whoa.
fuck? Oh my god!
Fuck.
What the fuck? Hurry. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Well, on that note,
Uh-huh.
yeah, let's
Guess we're gonna find something to
Let's
raid.
go find something to scream at. Who's screaming right now? Let's do. Oh, I didn't. What the fuck? Huh? Jesus Christ! What the? Guys, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh my god! Alright, jeez, okay, we're just gonna slash raid, just gonna do the thing, and then holy shit, go say hi in Nature of Gaming, go scream, because I'm screaming.
Mm.
Holy shit! Guys! Good thing that we're gonna be streaming again tomorrow!
Yeah, cause I would lose my fucking mind
If we had to wait a whole other week?
No, we're emergency streaming!
Honestly, if
Emergency.
it doesn't get fucking resolved tomorrow, we might
we might just be like emergency weekend stream. We've got to keep going.
like
with
this is too good.
Yeah.
Y'all!
Damn.
What the shit?
Wow.
Holy shit!
Cool.
Yeah, so tune in tomorrow. It's gonna be a fucking insane day. Go say the nature of gaming, and let's hope Herlock isn't dead. I would fucking hope not. He's a
come the fuck on.
he's a core mechanic of this game.
Seriously, they can't.
They have the whole fucking dance of deduction bullshit.
Yeah.
If we don't get to do that for the sixth case, I'm gonna be pissed.
I know. He's like, well, I can't dance, but I'll just stand here and watch you dance.
Right, God, he'll be fine. Anyway.
Wow.
We're going to raid.
Uh-huh.
Nature of Gaming, you have some fun. Bye now. God.